Hi everyone, delonewolf here with another Eve talk, and yes, I'm once again in Indo-Dixie for another trade run. I know it's always the same, so that means we'll have some more economic speculation from my part, but this one is a pretty big one, because as you can see I've completely filled up my my obelisk with minerals, so that means I'm gonna try and sell all of this stuff, because I think this is a good opportunity to sell at the moment, and I'll explain why. You saw there was one titanium. That just means that I docked in this station with a pot before. Let's quickly have a look at the current prices. So titanium 27.5 million, and these are currently being bought at 450, around that price, 449, 448 in this station. There are even buy orders a bit further away, up until 456, but I don't really want to go all the way over there to sell them. So 23 million and then 192 million. So I'm going to start with this one. 23 million selling 449, and then the rest should be sold. I hope yeah, there's a pretty big order still left, but that should be picked up pretty soon. And then the Mexalon 53.95. So I remember it was like 49 and a bit just a week ago. That price is rising quite considerably. So let's see if I can I saw at least one buy order of 5 million there, so let's cut these in two and sell the rest. So there we go. That's, well, there are still a few sell orders, but that puts me over 7 billion in the wallet. Now, why did I sell all these minerals here? It means that I think this is a great opportunity to sell, and that I'm expecting that these good times won't last for that long anymore. First of all, 450, something like that for titanium. That's probably the highest I've ever seen it. I've known prices as low as 280. So yeah, that's a great deal for me. And Mexalon, well, you can see for yourself on the chart that this has known an enormous rise. This is a 3-month chart, so 1.5 months ago, and then it's going up now. But even here, if I take a look at the yellow dots, it looks like a top might be forming any moment now. And the reason I think we'll soon see these prices decline again is the state of EVE in general. Not to say that I think EVE is doing badly, but just in general, this is EVE Online's economy works in waves, just like the real economy. And so right now I think it's pretty much like the top of economic activity. Let me just go over some of the categories of players. We have, for instance, high-sec players at the moment. Well, they're pretty safe for the next 4 months until the next expansion. So they're just doing what they're always doing: mining, missioning, running incursions for ISK, doing what they always do. So there's not really any big changes to be expected there, except more activity. In low sec, these guys are doing pretty well. I think they can play around with their new tier 3 battle cruisers, and I think they're having quite some fun with different targets because of all the wars that are happening in 0.0. So these wars create a lot of displacements. And so the low sec guys have some targets to shoot, and a new ship to try new doctrines and tactics and stuff like that. So they're pretty busy and pretty happy with the game at the moment. Wormhole space, in my opinion, is although no recent changes have come to the mechanics in wormhole space, I feel that that there have been some changes recently with bigger wars, bigger alliances. So I would say that wormhole gameplay is maturing at the moment, and so people are finding out how to effectively live and play in wormhole space. So these guys are still, although still doing whatever they're doing in wormhole space, and pretty happy about it as well. 0-0 is having like a major war for now, so they're having fun as well. That's what they prefer to do, is to shoot each other up. And the industry market trading guys are of course having a blast as well. I think for two reasons. This big war is of course in great part responsible for these higher prices. So I'm sure industrialists are going all out for mining and producing ships and things like that. And the trading guys, as you know, we have inflation now, and I think it's a lot easier to make good deals in the economy, in an inflationary economy than in deflationary economy, which we had like the last 2 years. So I think those guys are having a lot of fun and being able to play as well. The only group of players are the faction warfare guys. Those are probably still waiting for stuff to change for them, but that's coming this summer. So overall, I think that EVE Online is doing great, and everybody until this summer will be able to enjoy what they enjoy most. But I also do think that, as we all know, in the summer the activity goes down for the game as a whole, and with miners and industrialists being able to go all out right now with these great prices, I'm expecting that we'll see like a top of the economy pretty soon. So yeah, I'd say EVE Online is basically going to start settling down now from the last expansion, and so we might see, although a lot of activity from the players in the market itself, we might see so much coming in that prices may start to lower. Of course, one thing that would have to happen is that the war in 0-0 would have to either stop or come to some sort of stalemate. Personally, I'm hoping that there's like one alliance that makes a serious mistake concerning their cap fleet, and that we get like a big capital ship battle with a lot of capital losses. I think a scenario like that was also what happened when the Northern Coalition fell, and that after that basically things started to grind down a bit more with less big fights and less fights with a lot of losses. So that's my reason for selling right now. You know, I think after the winter expansion we had a big rush of activity and of war and of all of that, but I think that pretty soon people are going to start to settle down a little bit in their activity. So that's why I'm basically thinking we're close to a top. I could be completely wrong, of course, but I'd rather sell these now at probably the best prices I've known ever than to miss it and then watch the market decline a lot in a few weeks and then be stuck with these minerals. So that's the EVE part of this EVE talk. And there's also one thing that I wanted to cover. It's the Skyrim videos. I actually have already made 15 videos with the Archer, so I'm going to up the release schedule on these. I'll probably do 2 a day for a few weeks just to get these out of the way. So if you don't really like the Skyrim stuff, just don't watch them, no problem. But this way you're probably warned that there's going to be quite some Skyrim uploads on the channel in the next few weeks. Of course, I'm continuing with Two Twins in EVE and the EVE talks whenever I feel like them. But yeah, those Skyrim videos, I've made them. I think the series becomes better as time progresses. I have definitely a few funny things happen to me in some of the videos, and so I'm going to actually start a new character. My altitis still hasn't been cured, and I'll see how that goes and whether or not I think I can get a series out of that. Anyways, that's it for this EVE talk, and I'll see you all next week.